Welcome, duelists. Today we're going to do a opening of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zombie Horde structure deck and see what it's got inside. So, let's go ahead and crack at it and see what awaits us. Deck, beginner's guide, plastic, play mat. I guess we'll go ahead and just see what they got on it. Kind of a cool looking little play mat, I guess. If you don't have one of the nice fancy ones. Alright. Well, if I could get into this plastic, we'd be good to go. Alright. Go ahead and just tear this off back here. Alright, so at the beginning we have our Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon, our star card of the deck. It's a synchro monster. You just summon it by one tuner monster and one or more non-tuner monsters. Its effect is gains 100 attack defense for each zombie monster on the field and in the graveyards. When another zombie monster is destroyed by battle, you can special summon one zombie monster from either graveyard to your field. You can only use this effect of Red Eye Zombie Necro Dragon once per turn. That's kind of cool. So he kind of works off keeping your zombies out there and getting beefed up from them. Alright, next up's our Tatsunekro here. It's a zombie tuner. If this normal summon set monster would be used as synchro material, one monster in your hand can be used as one of the other materials. If you do this, all materials for that summon are banished instead of being sent to the graveyard. You cannot special summon monsters except zombie monsters. Got a little bit of a limit there, but it is pretty cool being able to synchro from the hand. Alright, Doom King Ballard Rock. Alright, it's a normal zombie effect. During the standby phase, if a face-up card in a field zone, and this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card in defense position. You can only use this effect of Doom King Ballard, that's how I think you say it, Ballard Rock, once per turn. Once per chain, when a zombie monster except Doom King Ballard, I'll get this eventually, Ballard Rock activates, you can apply one of these effects, but you cannot apply the same effect again this turn. You can negate that effect, or you can banish one monster from the field or graveyard. Kind of cool. A little bit of a tongue twister to say that name, throws me off a little bit. Necro World Banshee. When Zombie World is in the field zone, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can target it with card effects. And it has a quick effect. You can banish this card from your field or graveyard. Activate one Zombie World directly from your hand or deck. You can only use the effect of Necro World Banshee once per turn. We got our Glow Up Bloom. It's a zombie tuner. If this is sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, add one level 5 or higher zombie monster from your deck to your hand, or if Zombie World is in a field zone, you can special summon it from your deck instead. Also, in either case, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except zombie monsters. You can only use the effect of Glow Up Bloom once per turn. Shouldn't be too hard to get around that since this deck is based on zombies. We got Kasha. You cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by controlling 2 or more zombie monsters. If this card is special summoned, shuffle as many other monsters on the field as possible into the deck. And if you do, this card's attack becomes 1,000 times the number of face-up monsters shuffled in the deck this way, whose original type was zombie. It's kind of cool. I'm pretty sure this is an old card too, so it's kind of neat to see that. Red Eyes Zombie Dragon. You can tribute summon this card in attack position by tributing 1 zombie monster. When this card destroys a zombie monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon that zombie monster. So the Red Eyes Zombie Dragon, he can be pretty cool as long as you have a way of destroying zombie monsters. Malevolent Mech Goku In. You can normal summon this card without tributing once per turn during the end phase. If this card was summoned this way, send it to the graveyard, then take damage equal to its original attack in the graveyard. This card must be the only zombie monster on the field to activate and to resolve the effect. So you can kind of get this guy out there quick, do what you need to do, and then he's gone. So use him wisely. Alright, Endless Decay. If you have 2,000 life points or less, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summon, this card's attack becomes half the opponent's life points. So this thing right here has the potential of just being a pretty good little beat stick, it looks like. Paladin of the Cursed Dragon. Once per turn, you can target 1 level 4 or lower zombie monster in your opponent's graveyard that was destroyed by battle. Special summon that target. So once again, we're rezzing opponent's zombies for our use. The Immortal Ruler. Cannot be special summoned. You can tribute this card, then target 1 zombie world in your graveyard and add that target to your hand. So what we're gathering here is the zombie world's a pretty important card to this deck. The Zombie Master. Once per turn, you can send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. Then target 1 level 4 or lower zombie monster in either graveyard. Special summon that target. This monster must be face up on the field to activate and resolve this effect. Tristan, Knight of the Underworld. When this card is normal summon, you can target 1 zombie monster with 0 defense in your graveyard, add it to your hand, and it gains 300 attack if you control another zombie monster. Not bad, little card. Mizuki. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 zombie monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. A lot of resurrection in this deck. It's pretty cool. Gozuki. During your main phase, you can send 1 zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish 1 zombie monster from your graveyard, except Gozuki, and special summon 1 zombie monster from your hand. You can only use each effect of Gozuki once per turn. Shootin' Doji. Once per turn, you can activate one of the 2 effects. You can banish zombie monsters from your graveyard and draw 1 card. We got banished 2. Target 1 of your banished zombie monsters. Place that target on the top of your deck. So you do have a way of getting your banished zombies back. Alright, we got the good old Pyramid Turtle here. And when it's destroyed by battle and sent in the graveyard, you can special summon 1 zombie monster with 2,000 or less defense from your deck. Golden Zombie. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, send the top card of their deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, add 1 zombie monster with 1,200 or less defense from your deck to your hand. Isolde, Belle of the Underworld. Alright. If you control Tristan, Knight of the Underworld, as seen previously, you can special summon this card from your hand. Cannot be special summoned by other ways. You can target up to 2 zombie monsters you control and declare a level from 5 to 8. They become that level until the end of this turn. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except zombie monsters. You can only use the effect of Isolde Bale of the Underworld once per turn. Once again, we got a way of getting around that because everything in here is a zombie. Shiranui Solitaire. You contribute one zombie monster, special summon one zombie tuner with 0 defense from your deck. If this card is banished, you can target one of your banished Shiranui monsters except this one, or up to 2 instead if Shiranui style synthesis is on the field. Special summon them. You can only use each effect of Shiranui Solitaire once per turn. Alright, we got a Uni-Zombie. You can target one face-up monster on the field, discard one card, and if you do, increase that target's level by 1. You can target one face-up monster on the field. Monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of this turn except zombie monsters. Also send one zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, increase that target's level by 1. You can only use each effect of Uni-Zombie once per turn. Also a tuner. You can discard this card to the graveyard, then target one fiend or zombie monster your opponent controls. Take control of that target until the end phase. Everybody likes that. Whether it helps you or not, it's always fun to take control of a card. Beast of the Pharaoh. If this card is sent to the graveyard for a synchro summon, you can target one level 4 or lower zombie monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. Scapegoat. Alright, it's a tuner. And when you flip it, you can special summon any number of black sheep zombie tokens. That's kind of cool. Alright, now on to the spell cards. Zombie Necronize. If a level 5 or higher zombie monster is on the field, target one monster your opponent controls. Take control of it until the end phase. During your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle one of your banished zombie monsters into the deck, and if you do, set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use one Zombie Necronize effect per turn, and only once this turn. That's kind of cool. Gives you 2 of those. Zombie World. There's your field card. All monsters on the field and in the graveyards become zombie monsters. Neither player can tribute summon monsters except zombie monsters. Overpowering Eye. Target one zombie monster you control with 2,000 or less attack. It can attack directly this turn. Book of Life. Target one zombie monster in your graveyard and one monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon the first target. Also banish the second target. Not bad. Alright, Call the Mummy. Once per turn, you can special summon one zombie monster from your hand. You must control no monsters to activate and to resolve this effect. Pretty good card because you're going to get a zombie out. Foolish Burial. Send one monster from your deck to the graveyard. Monster Gate. Tribute one monster. Excavate cards from the top of your deck until you excavate a monster that can be normal summoned or set. Special summon it. Also send the other excavated cards to the graveyard. Drag down to the grave. Both players reveal their hands. Each choose one from their opponent's hand, and then you discard the chosen cards from both players' hand. Then both players draw a card. Got your burial from a different dimension. You can target up to 3. Banish monsters and return them to the graveyard. Shared Ride. For the rest of this turn, each time a card is added from the main deck or graveyard to your opponent's hand, except by drawing them, you immediately draw one card. It can be kind of cool. Trap cards. Return of the Zombies. Banish one zombie monster on the field. Then special summon one zombie monster from the graveyard of the player who controlled it to their field in defense position. If this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle one of your banished zombie monsters into the deck, and if you do, set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use each effect of returning the zombies once per turn. Haunted Shrine. If you control no monsters, target one zombie monster in your graveyard, special summon it. If you control no monsters, you can banish this card from the graveyard, then target one zombie monster in your graveyard and special summon it, but its effects are negated. You can only use one Haunted Shrine effect per turn, and only once that turn. Trap of the Imperial Tomb. When a zombie monster is special summoned from your opponent's graveyard to your field, target 2 cards on the field. Destroy them. Send the top 5 cards of your deck into the graveyard. Needlebug Nest. Alright, the Metaverse. Take a field spell card from your deck and either activate it or add it to your hand. Anti-spell Fragrance. Both players must set spell cards before activating them and cannot activate them until the next turn after setting them. And you got your Mask of Restrict. Neither player contribute cards. And then we have a lovely advertisement from Konami to tell us to download Duel Links. Not a bad little game though, if you like kind of the speed dueling format. So I have to say, this deck, it seems pretty cool. I like kind of all the resurrection and stuff like that it does. I think it would be really fun to play. Obviously, it's not going to be great against, like, you know, built decks. But when you're playing, like, just small, casual, fun games, I think this deck could be pretty cool. I'd like to thank y'all for watching today, and we'll see you guys next time.